Oh, welcome to Screams and Streams, the podcast that looks at the best and worst horror movies as rated on Rotten Tomatoes from 1970 onwards. I'm your host, Mike, and with me are my co-hosts,
Chad
and
Sam.
Be sure to check us out on Instagram. Our handle is @ScreamStreamPod. Also, check out our website, screamsandstreams.com, for more information about all the films we are looking at. Just a warning, if you don't like spoilers, we recommend that you stop listening now, check out the film, and then rejoin us for our discussion. Today's film is the worst film of its year. What a year it was. We are we are looking at Kristine Peterson's 1991 film Critters 3. It scored 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What? 0%?
No.
That's crazy. Come on, Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know if you're angry or being sarcastic.
I'm not.
I don't think it's 0. Like, it's not awesome, but it's not 0.
Yeah, it's not a 0.
I wouldn't say it's good even, but
No.
it's not a 0.
Let's get into it. Sam, can you give us our plot summary, please?
Yeah, it's short and sweet. The tiny furball aliens that will eat anything. No, it's
Furball aliens.
yeah. The tiny furball aliens that will eat anything or anyone set their sights on a Los Angeles apartment tower.
Excellent.
That's it. Like, that is it. Like,
That is it. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our sinister sip for this one comes from Besotted Geek, and it is the Leo
Oh.
in honor of
good.
his film debut.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
I don't like that.
I don't like the Leo. No.
I like Leo. I don't like the Leo.
When I was building this one, I was like, there is a lot. And I was like, I felt like I pulled like a Rachel from Friends and skipped the recipe
You
page.
go
Vodka,
Beef-
lemon,
beef sauteed with peas and onions.
vodka, limoncello, elderflower liqueur, and orange bitters. Like, it is just a
Wow,
parade
it's
of flavor.
just- Yeah, and that's what you get. Like, you take a taste and it's very strong out of the gate, and then you get the elderflower after, but it's strong.
I don't like it.
And it does have that craft distillery moonshine vodka in there as well.
The
So,
moonshine, maybe we just don't make stuff with that.
yeah.
Ooh.
And I might not have bought the best bottle of limoncello because I wasn't going to buy a $60 bottle of limoncello.
No, please never. But not
So
even
the
for
$30
Leo.
special from the Co-op liquor store might be
we're
bringing this down a bit.
We're just a step above hooch here. It's like brown bagging it over.
The elderflower and the bitters,
I
top
was going
notch.
to
Top
say
notch,
there's
yeah.
some floral. The floral, it doesn't redeem it. I'm sorry.
All right. We're going to go into our first impressions. Chad, what did you think of Critters 3?
All right. Well, Critters 3 I think it's a movie that kind of struggles to figure out what it wants to be. It tries to be a comedy horror, but still tries to take itself a little too seriously sometimes. Some of the jokes miss the mark because they're pretty juvenile. Like, there's a whole fart where they're all farting.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I put the note fart jokes, really? Like, I just thought that was kind of silly. So I didn't hate this movie. I didn't love it either. I thought it could be fun. It's fun to laugh at. I think it's one of those that you can maybe put on with some buddies and just joke around with, but it's not a great film. There are some lines that are delivered very poorly and some characters that are questionable.
Yeah.
But but overall, yeah, I'd say it's not even middle of the road. It's just below middle of the road for me. I didn't hate it, but I didn't think it was like, oh, this is awesome. This is so much fun. It was just kind of like, that's kind of amusing
Yeah.
kind of thing. So,
Had you seen it before?
well,
Or like any of the Critters?
I've
movies?
seen Critters 1, I've seen Critters 2, and that's where I stopped. I
Yeah.
didn't see Critters 3 or 4.
Okay.
So this was a new one to me. But I mean, you see Critters 1, you basically see Critters
Them
2,
all.
3, and 4.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of ripoff of Gremlins, but that's kind of what.
A lot of these movies are.
Sam, what was your first impression?
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It was definitely not a 0%, I don't think, on Rotten Tomatoes. I agree with you, Chad. It's like, is this a horror movie? Is it a comedy? and they kind of go back and forth a little bit with it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I wouldn't say it's good. It was just better than I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a 0%.
Yeah, the bar was pretty low.
The bar was in hell. The bar was in hell. So, yeah.
All right. I can't remember if this is the first time I've seen this one or not. I know I've seen 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah.
But this is my first watching of with a fresh memory. And I think, same thing. It's just dumb, fun, ridiculous. Not even dumb fun, just a dumb comedy, ridiculous film that it wasn't horrible. It was more entertaining than some of the other ones. I'd say this was better than the best Rotten Tomatoes film of the year.
Oh, most definitely.
1,000% so.
Because at least it was like the adventure aspect of it kind of thing, like in the apartment building. And like that was enjoyable. So I was entertained. I laughed at moments. The fart jokes were stupid, but didn't make me want to turn it off in anger.
No. And I wouldn't say I ever ranted about it. I was more like just, okay, come on. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. We're now going to go into our Tropes Hall of Shame. Sam, start us off here, please.
All right. My first one is the shitty landlord.
Oh, yeah. I got him too. Yeah.
He is awful. And then my second one is the crazy guy scaring the children by saying they're always hungry. Watch out. And like freaking them out. And he comes out of I don't know. Anyways, crazy guy and shitty landlord.
All right. Chad, what were some of your tropes?
I had the teenager is wise beyond her years. She seems to be taking care of the dad more than the dad is taking care of her.
Right.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Like when she was like, let's play a game. And he's like, no.
Yeah. Like
I'm
just going to watch this movie. And it goes off. And then he gets the portable television.
Yeah.
And he's just ignoring. I actually did say the dad is useless.
Yeah.
I said he was my least favorite character of the film.
Yeah.
Like he's leaving to go to work and he's leaving his daughter and his son with these people and he's not going to spend the last day with them. Like
it's so weird.
Just a jackass. Yeah. So I had that. And I had the climactic scene in slow motion. They just hit that way too much. So
yeah.
All right. For me, my first one is following a ball or frisbee, in this case, into the woods and encountering danger or potential danger.
A man shooting out of a hole.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't actual danger, but like, and that kid, like, I love the fact that he like limply throws the frisbee and then it cuts to that thing flying across the field. So there were some continuity issues there. And one that I bring up a lot, but the killer POV as the critters run up to the RV and get underneath it. Yeah.
Yep.
Sam, what else did you have for a trope?
My last one is just the gun jamming. And it all the time.
All right. Thank you. Chad, what were some of your others?
I had It's Not Over, right? Like, so at the end of the film, like they had obviously spawned another one. So they just, to be continued, like
Critters 4.
comes out there. Yeah, that's right. And I had, the gun is jamming, but also like it's a foreign weapon, but it seems like anybody can use it.
Yep.
So like the kid is able to load this alien weapon.
Yeah.
It just seems like in times of emergency, people can do amazing things.
Yeah.
When really people can't do anything.
Yeah.
They're stressed. I'd be fumbling
like,
that
why
thing.
wouldn't he be freaking out? These things are all like descending upon him and he's just like, all right, I'm just going to reload this. Yeah. So anyways, that was my other one.
All right. My next trope is the 90s New York slums and evictions were a big topic. Like I just remember so many movies were around that.
Yeah.
What about our homes? There's always an old couple and
we got to work to get these people out. We're not leaving because this is our home for how many years. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And Batteries Not Included did it much better than this one.
That's true.
Yeah. My next one is It's Too Quiet. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like Jesus Christ. Chad, do you have others?
Well, I just had, sometimes when you really want to speed up people and get them up to, I guess, speed. Want to let them know without actually watching the other two films. Like they did a quick recap 10 minutes in and it goes over the first two Critter films, basically wraps that up for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then goes again. So really this movie comes in like at an hour 20 because 10 minutes of it is the recap. So I think that's kind of lazy writing, lazy filmmaking when you do something like that. Cause you're just like, well, how can we fill this in to make our hour and a half mark?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in this recap that'll take up everything. So
And the recap was wild as a whole. Like I had more questions after watching the recap.
Oh
like,
man,
we didn't need
it's
it.
all over the place.
And then I was like, wait a minute, what's happening? Why is he in an Easter Bunny suit? Why is he going through the stained glass window of the church? Why is everything exploding? Why did she get shot in the neck? But actually, why is everything actually exploding?
So the Easter Bunny suit is in number 2.
Okay, so that's why.
And so that happens at Easter, and they're supposed to be hiding their eggs. But what they find are these critter eggs, and the critter eggs look amazing. So they're like, oh, where'd you find these eggs? Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this bunny is supposed to be jumping around and like hiding these critter eggs, but the critter eggs hatch and of course eat the bunny. And that's him jumping through the stained glass window as these critters are in his bunny suit, eating him alive from the inside.
So that would have been nice. Like, I feel like this flashback gave him zero context.
Yeah, there's no context. Yeah. And the only reason why I knew that is because I just watched Critters 2 not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I was like, I watched 1 and I was like, I do not remember that being in number 1. So that makes sense.
No, that was number 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And in the director's commentary, the director did say that the flashback sequence was only included to flesh out the runtime. So,
really?
Yeah.
So I was spot on.
You were spot on.
Ew, Chad's on his game.
All right, perfect. We're now going to look at our one-liners and I'll kick us off. So my first line is just, sometimes life really sucks, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. And then my next one is after the flashback sequence and he's told this whole thing and finished it off with, I'm a bounty hunter. Leonardo DiCaprio's character says, you can't expect us to believe this horse shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. Chad, what were some of your one-liners?
I have this one where it's, come out wherever you are. Your landlord's here to evict you.
Nice.
Thought that one was pretty good. And then I also had when they throw the frisbee. And first of all, who doesn't know that frisbee's going into that gorge, right? Because they're over there. They throw the frisbee, and then Leo comes up there and is like, you can't go down there, blah, 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 blah. Then they play frisbee. The frisbee goes down into the gorge. And then everybody's like, come on, let's go get a frisbee has been lost. And all these other kids show up and everybody's down in there in the gorge. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Sam, what were some of your lines?
I liked when I don't know, what would you call, oh my God, the shitty pervy guy. Like the maintenance man?
The supervisor,
like
superintendent.
Caretaker?
Yeah, caretaker.
Okay. Yeah.
Of the building?
Yeah. The shitty
He is
guy.
the maintenance man. He's supposed to be cleaning up after everybody.
Okay.
So
the maintenance man, the elevator's working, but he put it out of order. And then Rosie comes around and she goes, oh, like the elevator's working. You got it working. He goes, not for you, Rosie. There's still a 1-ton weight limit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
poor Rosie.
You guys said that right on.
And then the other one, his name was Frank, the maintenance guy. Sorry, I have that here. He invited Marcia to hook up. And then she goes, sorry, Frank, I left my microscope upstairs.
Yeah, she's like, maybe you can come down to the basement and check out my equipment.
Yeah, sorry.
My next line, and it was a ridiculous, like, dramatic irony, I guess, where, did you hear screaming before? It's probably just Frank. And the next person says, what's eating him? Because he's being eaten alive by critters. Mm-hmm. And then this one was more just for the delivery, and it was Rosie, and she's like, oh my God, I'm bleeding. And then just passes out. Chad, did you have some more lines?
Well, one goes with the teenager is wise beyond her years, where it's, Dad, Mom's been dead for 2 years. It's the way it is. And I was just like, no teenager is going to be like that. And the dad's just, he seems to be more tore up about it than the kid is. So I had that. And then, don't look at me. I got to see him to eradicate him.
Yeah.
Remember what that's from?
No.
Oh, was he making fun of someone like was that the rats? Was that
maybe?
That part maybe? Or was he talking about the bounty hunter?
The bounty hunter.
It might have been the maintenance guy. Like, there's something in the vents. Like, don't look at me. I got to see him to eradicate him.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. So, yeah.
Yes,
okay. We'll go with that.
All right.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. And Sam, do you have any others?
No.
Okay, my next line is, it's just, I liked it where they're looking for a knife and they ask Mrs. Menzies, like, do you have a knife? And she's like, how about a meat cleaver?
And it's a big one too.
Big old meat cleaver.
Happy Gilmore's mom or grandma is like ready to go. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it's Grandma Gilmore.
Yeah.
And then my last one is, I think it's Betty works for the phone company, but she's like, I can do anything. I work for the phone company.
Yeah.
Like, that is not how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, we're now going to go into what doesn't hold up. Chad, do you want to start us off, please?
Well, I thought the acting was overall pretty bad. There are some, glitters of hope throughout. For instance, the dad, I didn't think was a very good actor. I thought his line delivery was pretty weak. I thought sometimes people freaked out a little more than they needed to or not enough.
Right.
It seemed very inconsistent. So overall, I'd say the acting didn't really hold up for me.
Sam, what doesn't hold up for you in this film?
The opening credits, they were like shaky.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
when Critters 3 comes out and it makes that sound, I was like, that was when I turned down my volume. I was like, oh, shh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first one. And then a battery powered TV ?
Yeah.
You didn't have one of those?
No.
Oh.
I never did either, but I knew people that did, and they never worked really well.
Yeah. We had one that was like the long box, like square screen about that big.
Yeah.
About a 3-inch diagonal.
Had a big antenna on it.
Yeah.
So, I'd seen those, but I never had one.
Okay. It could be plugged in or battery operated. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
But the fact that that annoyed me more than anything is the TV goes off and then he gets like this other TV and I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah. And I get they're doing the whole, like, he's still bothered by the death and grieving, but it's like, there's other ways to show he's grieving than making him a shitty dad.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, the first thing that doesn't hold up is like they drove over half a mile on that flat tire. Like that rim is fucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then another one for me, and Sam, you might be too young to have noticed, but the 90s fashion.
Oh, yes. The
Does
clothes.
I did notice.
The
Thanks.
neons, the
Yes.
Quicksilver and Varney. And
Yeah.
oh my God. We all wanted that shirt that Leo was wearing at that start of the movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
Chad, what else doesn't hold up for you?
Yeah, so I had having to go and get an outside line.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a thing anymore.
Right.
Like you just don't have to do that. It also kind of goes into tropes too, where they eat the power line and then they have to go out and solve that issue. And then I also had the way the dad is changing the tire on the camper. He doesn't even jack it up.
Yeah.
Like they just show him doing the, and I know you can't really show a guy actually changing a tire, but I mean, put some effort into it.
I like when this guy with the sweater, like
Yes,
Leo's dad comes over and he's
And that's another one where we had the old guy in shorts and socks like up to his knees.
Yep.
Right?
Oh God.
It was
So
socks up to your
And then
knees.
was the wife like in a muumuu and a sun visor? Like just
just chilling
Holding a
out
cocktail.
in the back. Yeah. Drinking in the car as they drive. I think he was drinking a cocktail too.
Yeah, I think he did.
He's just out there at the park, just having a whiskey while he's
Road beer.
chilling out. Yeah.
Who doesn't drive with a rocks glass and umbrellas?
So not discreet at all.
Yeah, they did in the Blob.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, the guy had a full bar in the back of
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Sam, what else doesn't hold up for you in this?
I said the car phone and the payphone.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
I also said this was kind of two things in one. Bringing your kid along to evict people. And then
that's a little much, yeah.
And tied with that, the toxic masculinity of like calling him a crybaby and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
That was kind of a dick move.
For me, I had Frank the slumlord, and I just put like, hey, hey, I'm Italian here. Like he was just so over the top, such a caricature and so annoying.
Yeah.
And my next one that doesn't hold up, because I understand what they were trying to do, but I just like, was the parallel between the bowler on TV and then the critters.
Oh, the critters bowling?
And like Annie knocking down critters.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it in like kind of a humorous way. I thought it was, I thought it was kind of funny.
Does anyone else have?
I didn't really understand the brakes failing on the car as they are driving in, and then it crashes into that other guy's car.
Yeah, I
don't
get
think that was
either.
necessary at all. I don't think it led to any.
I think it was just more for humorous effect, as I put air quotes around humor.
I didn't get it.
I think it was supposed to show, and I'm just guessing, is like the tire broke, the brakes are going. It's supposed to show that this dilapidated vehicle, like everything is kind of falling apart around them.
Right.
And as they pull in there, like they need this place to stay. So like for the manager to be kicking them out and stuff would also hurt them as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got a sense of like they can't afford to keep things running. But I agree, it didn't add anything to that story that we're trying to watch right now.
No.
Like
we knew they were destitute and losing their house. We didn't need them to be on the last scraps of existence.
That's right. Yeah. And breaking other people's shit too.
Yeah.
Like he runs into Buddy's the back end and all the stuff falls out. Oh, geez, sorry, man. It's like, well, that is a big deal. Like your truck is busted.
Is it okay? Just thinking back, is that when the critter launched in? Is when they slammed into the basement window, or did the critter launch in?
Did he crawl in at the park?
He crawled into the car, and I'm wondering if he got he launched into the maintenance guy's basement.
Yeah.
Was it because of the crash that he did that? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
No,
because I think that was far enough between the two where the accident happened, and then while they're having all of that conversation, you see the smash through the window into the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I was just for a minute there. I was like, And then the other thing is, why is the maintenance man doing the laundry?
Oh, I have questions about that too.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. That's it.
My last doesn't hold up was what you mentioned, Chad. The critter fart jokes were just stupid.
They were too much. Yeah.
Okay. We are now going to go to our most gratuitous scene. Sam, what did you find gratuitous in this movie?
The disgusting looking beans and ham dish that Grandma Gilmore was making that looked foul. It was disgusting. And when the critter's eating it and it's all on its mouth and disgusting.
Yeah. That was gross.
Did not like that.
I don't like pork and beans at the best of times. Chad, what was gratuitous for you?
Well, basically, anytime they show the critters eat so much, right? Like they're always around just consuming, and I guess that's what they're supposed to do. Like they're never full.
They're never satiated.
Yeah. But I just thought there was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Every time they went into any room or any kitchen or anything, they were eating something, whether it was edible or not. They were just, it was just a lot of it. Yeah.
And in Critters 2, isn't there like a giant one because they've eaten so much? Or is that 4?
What happens
Chad just watched it.
is they all blend together. All the critters come out from the town and they all blend together to make this massive critter ball.
It's like a Voltron critter.
Yes, it is. And they roll, but as they roll, they like go over cows and the cows are instantly eaten. Like everything's just devoured and it's a quivering thing of bone. Like shaking around. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
The critter ball is pretty awesome.
Super critter.
We're now going to go to our terrifying or titillating section, and I'm the only one with something. And again, like I have to say many times, did not titillate me, but it was the only place to put it. And it was Frankie and the bra. And he's like, picks up, I don't know if it was Rosie's laundry or whatever.
Yeah,
He pulls it, I was like, I love my work.
Yeah.
I was just like, you gross, sleazy idiot. But what I didn't understand, it bothered me because you're like, why are they doing the laundry? But also, how is the laundry getting sorted? People are just dumping laundry in the basement.
Yeah.
How does it get back to the rightful owner?
Just down the chute. Yeah.
And also, like, if you know that the guy's an asshole, why would you be like, yeah, please wash my delicates, you sicko?
No one knows. I don't know. That was weird. I didn't get the laundry bit either. I didn't understand it yet.
Okay, we're now going to look at what stood the test of time. And Sam found 5 more than Chad and I did. So you're going to start us off.
All right. I have a fear of my tire exploding when I'm driving, and I jumped at the noise.
Okay.
So like these aren't great. Like these are just some things that I liked.
It was very accurate to how it sounds. It was good.
It's so scary. It's an actual fear of mine. And I said Grandma Gilmore. I liked her. So that's my first 2.
All right. Thank you. Chad, what stood the test of time for you?
Well, I like the overall look of the critters. They're creepy.
Yeah.
They got like 6 rows of teeth and these darts that shoot out at you. Like like I get freaked out if I'm watching a movie and I look and when I was in Taiwan, a cockroach would freak me out if it would scurried across the ground, right? If I saw this little ball or whatever and then it rolled up and went, I think I'd be pretty freaked out. I thought they looked pretty good. Yeah. The blood I thought looked pretty good too. So I'll take those 2. I thought the critters still look good.
For sure. For me, what stood the test of time? I like that they attacked the bunny slippers.
Yeah.
Made me giggle. Sam, what else stood the test of time for you?
Chad, you already talked about it, but with all the kids looking down into the gorge.
Yeah.
I liked that scene where they shot it from the bottom up and they saw the kids looking down a couple times. I liked that. And then I said I liked the blood as well. And I liked that Leo was playing on a Game Boy as well.
Yes.
I had a Game Boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Love I still have my Game Boy.
used to eat batteries like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I had the battery pack. You have the black and white Game Boy?
Yes.
Oh,
and
wow.
then,
Oh, wow.
and then I got Game Boy Color, and I still have my Game Boy Color.
Oh,
And I
okay.
still have Pokemon, I think Gold and Blue, I think.
I saw my original Game Boy. I haven't played it. I should see if it still works.
Yeah, I don't have my Game Boy anymore. It got lost in the move, so yeah,
No, that sucks.
don't have it.
Okay, we are going to go to our laugh out loud moments. Chad, what made you laugh out loud with this film?
I thought there were a few parts that I kind of laughed at. When what's the bigger lady's name? Sorry. Rosie. Yeah, when she gets shot with the dart and then is trying to get up the stairs.
Oh,
And I was just like, I almost put it in gratuitous because it just took her so long to get up there. And she's all messed up. I kind of laughed at that. And then there was a time where the critters were getting punched.
yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty funny too. So those were mine for
All right.
laugh out loud.
Sam, did you have
No.
anything? No. And yeah, neither did I. Okay, so we're going to go to eerie to ear splitting. Sam, what did you have for this category?
My comment is just the noises that the critters make is hilarious. It just reminded me of like the Minions movies, like
Yeah,
Despicable
yeah.
Me and the Minions, like just like
With their weird language?
Yeah. So I just that's what I had. Yeah.
All right. Chad, what was your comment for this?
I like the talking and the stuff, and that was something in Critters 1 that they've held true throughout. Is like they communicate with each other, and it's kind of funny.
Are they subtitled all the way through?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It reminds me of the raccoons in Great Outdoors where they're like
Oh, yes.
knocking over the trash cans and he's like, what do you think we got these for? Like stuff like that. It's pretty funny. But I didn't enjoy the music, like the background music and the music in this film. This is what I wrote down. Music is stupid, supposed to sound scary. It's way too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was too heavy handed. Like stupid is not the right comment. It just didn't work.
No.
Yeah.
So
I do have a comment on that actually. Like after my opening credit comment, I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this song? Like,
Yeah.
like, ugh.
yeah, and I agree with you with the credits. They were cartoonish and pretty poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And now we're going to get to our what the fuck moment. Chad, you were the only one with one here. So what made you say what the fuck?
what did I say? What the fuck to? It says sees green slime on her bra and says perverts. What the fuck? Why did I say that?
Oh.
No, never mind. Let's just take it out.
Did she think that Frankie ejaculates green?
Yeah, I think that's what.
Ew.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she pulls up her bra and there's this green grossness, and she calls him a pervert. So I was like, that's not normal.
Yeah.
And if that's what is coming out, he needs to go get checked out.
Sue Johansson would tell him to see a doctor right away.
That's right. Yeah. So that was my what the fuck. Yeah, it was the green bit there. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. We had no scenes that made us want to back it up. So we are going to skip through there and we're going to go to our hiding in the shadows. Sam, what did you have for this category?
A couple of mine got answered or kind of talked about already. I just wasn't clear that they hatched from eggs with the green slime. I didn't kind of realize that, but now the Easter Bunny scene. And my other one is that Marsha just carries a fucking flare around.
Yeah.
Like,
She works for the
has-
phone company.
She just has that.
She
okay.
can do it all.
She is, yeah. I like. There's one quote I had about her, and it was like, I thought about putting it in my one-liners, but I took it out because I couldn't remember who said it. But it was someone said, "It's the chick who walks like a man," and I think that's her. So.
All right. Okay. Oh, poor Marsha.
Yeah.
For me, one of mine was when Johnny and Annie are going back to the Winnebago. So the dad's been fixing the tire, and I timed it. It is a minute of screen time. There is an extra in the background. He's standing at the back of his station wagon, and he is frozen in position, like holding a cooler, kind of, but he does not move once. And it's the camera cuts to the kids, back to the dad with that view. The guy is still standing in that
Still
exact
there?
same position
Oh my
for a
gosh.
solid minute of screen time. It
That's
does not
crazy.
move. Yeah, it's so weird.
That is nuts. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then my next one is, I just said, like, this movie just keeps getting more and more ridiculous. It was like, Blackie's in trouble, or it was the subtitle when they're,
Yeah.
It's just like, Jesus Christ, I forgot they could talk.
Yeah. They can talk to each other.
Yeah. Chad, what else did you have for the shadows?
Well, I had the darts. The darts that they shoot at them when you get shot with a critter dart. In the first and the second one, you got knocked out. In this one, it kind of makes you high, which is why when it shot Rosie and it shot the dad, like the dad took 3 darts and he was just like all messed up and, oh, look at the pretty colors kind of thing. And they were all acting drunk and stuff. But that didn't make sense because in 1 and 2, they get shot and it's to paralyze you so they can eat you.
Right.
That's when I wrote they're trying to be a comedy.
Yeah.
By taking that away, you take away that fear of like, they can dominate you in a couple of ways. Like there's this way that they can shoot you, knock you out. You can't do anything. And then they'll come eat you and they come and devour you. So I didn't understand why they did it that way other than for comedic effect. It's just why I would think you would do that.
Yeah.
The other thing I had was the comparison to Gremlins. They even have a stripe. Like when he gets burned with bleach, he gets that one and he gets that white stripe down him. Yeah. And I was just like, man, they're really hitting the Gremlins comparison here. Like, I just think they could have tried to make it more their own and not tried to make it like so much like Gremlins. Yeah. Yeah. This one more than the others. Like I thought 1 and 2 were kind of their own movie. This one seems to be like, hey, we want to do this, but we're going to make it more. Maybe they tried to make it more fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. We're now going to move into our bonus features and talk about the stuff we found as we researched the film. And I'll start. The budget was $2 million. The box office was 13.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, surprisingly. And so the next one I have is that producer Rupert Harvey wasn't satisfied with how Critters 3 turned out, stating that it was much more darker in the original script and that his busy schedule during filming kept him from doing what he wanted to do with the movie.
Oh, okay.
So they turned it into a comedy without the producer knowing, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Sam, what was some of your research?
It was shot at the same time as Critters 4 in 1991. And then I have Leo commented that he's done a few lousy roles in the beginning of his career. And he cites Critters 3 as one of those lousy roles. And he said, but at that age, he'll do anything for attention.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Chad, what else did you have?
The body count was 2.
Yeah.
Same as the first Critters. And obviously, we've mentioned that this is Leo's film debut. And I thought he did a good job.
Yeah.
As far as a horror film. And then Terrence Mann's appearance as Ugg is credited in the movie's end credits before he has even appeared in the movie. He only makes a short appearance in a scene running during the end credits, which ties the actions of this movie with the sequel Critters 4.
Couple things just on that post-credit sequence, because we've made that joke about the union guys are smoking off screen to get the smoke to go across. And in that post-credit sequence, there's that blue light. And legitimately, it was union workers smoking and blowing smoke to get the effect.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. And then last bit, just Carrie Elwes from Princess Bride fame passed on the role of Josh. And so then it went to Leo. So yeah. International titles, similar to what's on the DVD cover in North America. Critters 3, They Eat Everything for Argentina. Brazil, Creature Hour 3. Finland, The Return of the Pickers.
What?
Yep. Yeah.
Pickers?
Pickers, yeah.
Okay.
Germany, Critters 3, The Cuddly Killers Are Coming.
Cuddly Killers. I did actually, when I watched Critters 1 and 2, I thought they were kind of cute.
Yeah.
They're kind of like Furbies.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Or Tribbles from Star Trek. Those little balls that go everywhere. Yeah.
Mexico just called it Strange Creatures 3. Taiwan, Alien Wanted 3. And then Vietnam, Alien Hedgehogs 3.
Alien Hedgehogs! Oh, I like that one.
Which is funny because it kind of reminded me of Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Yeah, with the rolling. Yeah.
So that's all I could think about. And then with the darts too. Yeah. I was like, that's, yeah. I guess that's a porcupine. Never mind. Not a hedgehog.
No. They are spiny though, hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs are little
fakey dudes.
All right. Well, we're going to now put this into our watchability scale. Sam, where would you place this?
I don't think, I didn't. It was fun. I got through it. I got through it. No, I didn't mean like that. I meant it was, it was okay to watch. I'm going to put it as a 3. I don't think I would be able to recommend it to anyone to go out of their way to watch. I don't even really think it would be that fun to watch with a group of friends.
No.
Right.
I'm going to put it at a 3. It was a movie that I watched. I didn't hate it. So.
Okay.
I think 3 is perfect. I was trying to figure it out as well. And once you said 3, I'm like, yeah, it's there where really Critters 1 and 2, watch it, stop there. I've never
Yeah.
seen 4. I don't know. It's like Critters go to college. No, it's Ghoulies go to college. I don't know.
Critters go to college. Actually, I think Critters 4 is up in space.
Up in space.
One of them,
Okay.
they're in space.
Good grief.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know.
Okay.
Why do they always have to go to space?
The leprechaun goes there. Jason goes there.
Oh,
Critters go there. Yeah, everything goes in space eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a 3. It's not horrible, so I don't want to put it too low, but watch the other 2. Don't watch this one. Chad, what about yourself?
I agree, but I'm going to give it a 4. I'll give it one more because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny enough to watch it, but I wouldn't say go out of your way to go see it. In
Mhm.
fact, I agree. I would watch Critters 1 and 2 and then just end it. And actually, you could even just watch Critters 1.
Yeah.
The only reason why Critters 2 was made was because Critters 1 did well.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think you could watch the first one and call her good. If you want to explore the franchise, go ahead. But really, 1 and 2 are where it should have ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a franchise, right? It's, I think, 5 movies in a TV show or 4 movies in a TV show.
Yeah,
Like,
something like that. Did it get a TV show too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 5 films in a TV series is what this ended up with.
Wow.
Jesus.
So people like the idea of furry things coming to get you, but it's just, I don't know. This one there's enough bad acting and not enough development that makes it a misser for me.
For sure. All right. Thank you. And thank you very much for listening to us. Remember to follow us on Instagram. We are at ScreamStreamPod. Stop by our website, screamsandstreams.com, where we have information about our episodes, descriptions of our categories, links to our research, our watchability scale, and a page where you can recommend movies you want us to discuss. And please rate, comment on, and subscribe to our show on any of the platforms where you get your podcasts. Until next time, this has been Mike and
Chad.
and
Sam.
scare you later.